Hey there everybody, how y'all doing? Well, I'm heading down to the machine shop because I went to run Chop Shop's motor last night and filling up the radiator, and something got into my radiator and it was leaking, so I'm like, man. Oh well, it is what it is. So we're going to go get the radiator fixed and get back and hopefully have that thing fired up today. Yeah. So yeah, we get that done, and that's going to be delivered this week. Then I'll have some more room in the shop. Yay! And we'll get going on that 454 that's been there forever. I guess that guy's finally getting ready to want to get her done, so well, I do too. Get that out of the shop. One less thing to store. So yeah, we're going to get down there, and then hopefully by the end of the day, Chop Shop's motor is alive and well. So alright, oops, I guess you guys got dark, so taking the old gravel road, staying off the main roads. I'm just, after yesterday's travel with a friend of mine, coming up to an exit off of Highway 20 there, little town early, and there was a big semi sitting there, cars behind him. So alright, sorry, I don't even remember where I was. Had to stop because I'm in a bad spot. Got a guy with a Ford pickup that the posse's going out in, and sounds like they're chewing up the rear posse pieces. And he says, well, it ain't making as much noise as it used to. And I said, well, the way that rear end's built, you keep driving it like that, it's going to be, well, we're wanting to trade it off. We want to get a different truck. Well, depending on where you want to go to trade it, you may not want to go far. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what I was talking about before the phone rang. So yeah, well, oh, that's what I was talking about. The semi sitting there at the exit waiting to come on the Highway 71, and he kind of inched forward. My buddy goes, "You stay there, big boy." And behind him was two cars. Well, the second car back all of a sudden pulled out past that car, past that semi, blew the stop sign, got out on the highway and stopped like he was going to get out and chew out the trucker. And my buddy's on the brakes. I'm just waiting for the impact. And then the guy realized we were running him down and we weren't going to get stopped. Then he took off. And then my buddy went to call him in to report him. Well, he tried getting away, and the guy passed on the backside of a hill in a double yellow around a vehicle, and as he finished the pass, a car, he about got hit head on. Then he slams on the brake to take the detour. And we're just like, oh my God. But yeah, I thought my buddy's Ford was going to be eating a Chrysler Concorde. He looked at me, he said, how did we miss it? I said, I don't know. It was close. So yeah, so I'm just taking the back roads, staying off the main roads, because and then this morning I almost got ran into already. Gal in such a hurry, I was pulling into the gas station, and I seen her come out of the store. Well, she got in her car, didn't even look through it in reverse, and about backed into me. And then looked at me like it was my fault. I was halfway to the gas pump, and all of a sudden reverse lights come on. She comes at me. I'm like, hey. So spring weather's coming. Everybody's checking their brains. So all right, we'll get down here, get this fixed, get back, and see if we can get this motor fired up today. Well, after a bit of stealing parts from this distributor to that distributor to this distributor to that distributor, we got a distributor. Got the valve covers bolted on tight. Got a set of plug wires here. We're going to put some gas in the carburetor and see if this thing pops off. Battery on charge. I got alternator rigged up, but I don't have the right belt, so get that on the charger. Got the radiator fixed. Oh, we almost didn't have a machinist anymore. I guess 2 weeks ago he was in a car with the hazards on, and ended up getting rear-ended by an old boy that didn't see him. Yeah. The machinist just got back to work today. He was hit so hard that the car that he was in, the seat snapped off and put him in the back seat. But again, that really wasn't that far because the trunk was where the back seat was used to be. So, all right, we're gonna see if this thing coughs, bangs, spits, sputters. Who knows? We're gonna find out. So, that little gas, temporary gas can, front orifice here on the carb. So, that's working gas, so there we go. Okay, well, I guess, yeah. Woo. Okay. Well, I have to get the timing light out and see where we're at, and I'll have to get the fuel line hooked up. I gotta find the fitting there so I can put that rubber hose on. Oh, there you guys are. Finally found a container to put all my engine start stand stuff in. So, there you guys go. I guess tomorrow we'll top off the radiator. I forgot to look at the oil pressure when it fired. I cranked her over quite a bit prior to this to get the oil pressure primed up, and it was up there, but I forgot to look to see what the running pressure was. So, and I don't want to run it too much. I gotta go get the zinc and dump in this. So, yep, we'll get the timing light out, get the timing adjusted. And hopefully that distributor's working right. So yes, Chop Shop's motor is on schedule to be delivered this week. Sorry, got too much. Then I got you guys pointing in the wrong direction. Sorry about that. Sound pretty wild for a stock cam, huh? Starter sounds great. They didn't wiggle around nothing, so I'd like to keep that bracket, but I'm going to send it with Chop Shop because, like I said, we had a hole get stripped out and we helicoiled it, so I just want to make sure that starter cannot move. They're all firing, so that carburetor ain't the best either. I might take a can of seafoam and dump it in there. I don't know what happened. I swore up and down I had one here that was good, and I thought this was the one, and then the damn butterflies were rusted, and I had to free them up, blow a bunch of dirt out of it, and I thought it was a good carburetor. I guess not. Well, it's starting to free up and work, but yeah, maybe I'll see if I got a carburetor kit. But yes, I've been messing with this, and yeah, I've taken 4 distributors here. 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 distributors to make one. And this one was a completely unknown if it was going to work or not. She coughs, she fires. I wasn't 180 off. I'm getting better at setting the distributor. So yeah. Guess that's a little bit of a tease. I guess tomorrow will be the, like I said, I'll go get that zinc and that dumped in there, and the antifreeze topped off. I gotta find a thermostat and thermostat housing. I don't know where the heck they went. Oh yeah. I know, usually I'm pretty excited about motor starting. But I started so many of them last year and had so much going with last year's motors that I'll be happy when I got a steady fuel supply and it will idle on its own, and then I can get everything dialed. I'm just anyway, I guess I'll make a note of what I gotta get, and it's running. It's first motor to fire up for 2017 is this one. It's been a long time coming. I've been kind of waiting for it. I'm just kind of sitting here thinking to myself, I get this out of here this week, I'll gain some room, but I'll lose some room, but it'll gain. And probably too many fumes. Couldn't have the shop door open yet today. Well, I know what I wanted to know for today. It's running. I'm not going to push my luck. Get this battery charged up. And make the rest of the arrangements after tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll run it for an hour or so, or get her all broke in, make sure everything stays sealed, and then tear it down and get it off the stand. And I'll pick up some blue paint because he wants her painted blue. There's a few things he's going to have to transfer. He's going to have to put his carburetor and distributor and water pump and fuel pump and all that stuff on it. Maybe I'll even talk to him and trade him starters. I don't know. And we'll get her all painted up the color he wanted, and we'll deliver it and have a road trip. Get out of here for a day. So, and no, I won't forget the camera. Oh, and I looked around and looked around and looked around. I knew I had a flywheel. And I had it in yesterday's videos, and I killed those. I looked and I looked and I looked and I looked. I dug through even some of the outside sheds. I'm like, where is... I knew I had one. Oh, there's a motor over there on the stand waiting for the wife. It had the flywheel on it. I think my other motor that I've got set somewhere else has the flywheel on it, but that wasn't close enough to go get. But so I finally found a flywheel. Which, speaking of that, I gotta give the other guys his back. Sorry if I kind of seem out of it. And I guess if you stayed to this point in the video, maybe I will. I'm just... I'm just having a hard time enjoying what I do anymore. Yeah, and they say when you get to that point, things of not being fun, things get hard to do, and I've definitely reached that point, and I don't like that point. I don't want to be at that point. But and then never mind. So I'm just having some issues, and I'm not sure what triggered this issue again, but it's been triggered. So I just got to deal with it. I just don't want to take medications for it, because last time I took medications for it, it took me to 580 pounds. So I don't want to go there again. But at the same time, I may not have a choice. So anyway, I don't even know what time it is. I know it's later in the day because the TV show I watch has just come on. So we'll get this one done, and then we're going to move on to Buddy's 454. Get that done and running, and then we're going to probably get the Trailblazer in here and get that motor in it. Get that space heater out of here. And if you're still here, again, I know before somebody sent me a message about my 396, and then their message disappeared. If there's a particular motor I've got in here, or you're looking for a motor part, contact me. This stuff's always for sale. Give me a shout. We'll make a good deal. So, anyway, I guess we'll wrap this thing up tomorrow. And ooh, yeah, I got to get this wrapped up tomorrow, because Wednesday. One of these days I gotta go to the doctor for a follow-up to make sure my kidney's okay and all that stuff. So yeah, I got to get this done. So with that, I better get back to work and see what I gotta do, and we'll go from there. So see y'all later.